Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too with strategy and intention. So, we are going to continue the Finish Strong week. So, I can talk to you about things that you should be doing to prep your fourth quarter goals as a serious boss entrepreneur. So before we explore the good that I want to talk to you guys about today, make sure that you are number one, turning on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. Number two, hopefully you had an opportunity to watch the live from yesterday. I talked about some awesomeness when it comes to creating a 30-day business plan, really easy, but intentional things that you should be doing on a month by month basis. And of course, feel free to tag your business besties, right? Tag them, bring them into the virtual business building, and of course, share, right? Because sharing is caring. Hello, my dear. Welcome. Feel free to say, hey. Let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. So, all right. Okay. Today, what we are going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the 1K weekend challenge, how you, as an entrepreneur, service provider, can work towards generating 1K in a weekend. If you can do that, baby, you can start to work on some consistency. Number one. And number two, I want to talk to you about finishing strong by prepping your smart business calendars. Okay, so there are two things that we are going to touch on today. Now, first thing, let me start with the SMART calendars, right? SMART, one of my favorite acronyms. Guys, do you know that one? SMART. When it comes to, as an entrepreneur, when it comes to just being a visionary, a goal-driven person, you want to focus on goals that are S, specific, M, measurable, A, actionable or achievable. I kind of switch those sometimes. But action oriented, achievable goals are relevant and time bound. So making sure that you're really intentional when you say you want to go. Like some folks are like, I want to hit the lotto, right? I want to be a millionaire, right? That's a lofty goal. But if you want to be a millionaire or, 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure-aire, are you doing it the smart way? Are you specific about what you want to do? Are you setting goals that you can actually measure to see your project progress? Are you just kind of doing stuff randomly? I always say random effort, random result, right? So are you measuring that? Are you creating goals for yourself that are action orientated, right? So it's not just like, oh, please, baby, please, can I get $1 million, right? What are you going to do? What actions are you going to take to work towards that goal, right? Could be that you want a new house, you want a new car, you want to save, you want to take your family to some international country, whatever the case may be, right? When you're looking at your goals, SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, action goals, relevant, right? Everything that you do should be relevant to your bigger vision. It should fall into place and time bound. So it's not something that you go, well, eventually, if I could find the time. No, you got to make the time, right? So you set deadlines and you prioritize your priorities. That's what SMART is all about. So I don't know if you had an opportunity to go over to sistersense.com/strong, because every year, this time of year, I do the Finish Strong 90-day challenge. And it's a part of my Finish Strong experience. So this is an opportunity for you to get some of the trainings that I've done around really strategically and intentionally working on your money, marketing, and sales goals in the final quarter of the year. Starts off with an action plan. It's got about I want to say there are 3 different mastermind sessions connected to Finish Strong. And then there's the 90-day challenge. So if you sign up for the 90-day challenge, as soon as you start, it starts, right? Because it's automatic. You get the first day. And then every 2 days for 90 days, I send you these awesome audio messages, really, again, motivated to help you work on your money, marketing, and sales. The first one is on smart calendars, right? So there are a few things that I talk about in that. I'm going to touch on just a few things now. Number one, for me, when it comes to smart calendars, I'm already thinking about for myself those major holidays, right? So you should know starting now or even prior to this point, right? You should be prepping and preparing for what you are going to promote and put out for the major holidays. Okay, that's number one. Number two, brand specific days. So I said to you, every year I do Finish Strong, every year I do Back to Business, every year I do my Fire Start Your Year, every year I have these branded things that I launch at certain times of year. And I've got them in my calendar. So I want you to think about for yourself, are you starting to create smart, intentional calendars for yourself where you're thinking about those smart goals? And then, of course, in that calendar, you're mapping out when you're going to launch or a new offer, when you're going to work on a sale or a campaign for an extended series of time for something that you are looking to promote. So yesterday I had my clarity calls, and with one of my amazing clients, we talked about a 15-day marketing plan that she's putting together for an offer she's launching at the end of this month going into next month, right? So you want to be really intentional about your time, and a great way to do that is to start with those smart calendars. Now, I talk about that and a lot more as part of the Finish Strong 90-Day Challenge. Again, you can learn more about that over at sistasense.com/strong. But that's one of the things that I want you to do, whether or not you sign up and you glean from all the good that I have to share with you as part of that series. At the very least, based on my recommendation today, you should take some time, right, to sit down and really intentionally look at what you plan on doing every month, every week for the next several weeks, right, for the final quarter. So I said to you today, we want to talk about two things. Number one, your smart calendars. I'll give you a little bit of the good, a few action orientated recommendations there, right? Talked about that. Number two, what I really want to do is not only encourage you to be strategic and intentional when it comes to the last 90 days every month, right? I also want you to think about your weekend goals. And some of you need to generate more consistent revenue. So what I want to do is I want to encourage you by sharing my 1K weekend challenge. Okay. So the idea here is that you're going to work on the weekend. So today's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over the course of the next 3 days, making at the very least 1K or more. Now, here's the deal. Some of you will probably hit the 1K or do more. Or even if you don't quite get to your 1K, if you generate revenue, at the end of the day, that's what I want you to do. I want you to work on getting as close to that goal as possible or hitting it and going past it. Because if you want to be a person who generates consistent revenue in your business, one of the things that I always say is this: don't say please, just please. Don't go begging for business, okay? Don't be bothering folks, begging them to buy your stuff or promote your stuff, right? What I want you to do is I want you to please people, so much so that they cannot help but go and buy your stuff, okay? Don't be begging for business. I want you to please. So don't say please, right? Please, can you check this out? Please, can you sign up? Please, can you purchase? No, we're going to replace that. Don't say please, just please. Figure out how to add more content and value online, even if it's free, that's pleasurable, and get those free people to become customers because you convert them over to the other side. Okay, so let's talk about what that looks like. So I'm going to give you different price points here, but the main price point is 100. So the 1K weekend challenge is really simple. Can you strategically and intentionally offer an offer? I call these the FIOs, the freaking irresistible offers, right? And get a few conversions in. Now, if you can sell a $100 offer this weekend and get 10 people to say yes and buy, you made your 1K this weekend. Bam, right? So 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1K, one weekend, right? Now, maybe you go, oh, LaShonda, I don't have $100 offer. So maybe this time is time that you need to take to create a $100 offer that you can promote. Number one. Number two, maybe you say, okay, I can do this, but maybe I'm going to have to drop this number. Okay. If you decide you want to do a $50 offer, then if you get 20 people to purchase that $50 offer this weekend, that's your 1K. Okay. Now let's go another one at the bottom. There's Drop it down a little bit, right? How low can you go? If you can't do 50, can you sell a $25 offer? Do you have a $25 offer that you can sell, right? And if you get 40 people to buy that, that's your 1K. So we're looking at different price points here. Ideally, I would love it if you could work on either creating or relaunching an offer you have at $100. If you get 10 people to buy, that's 1K. If you choose the $50 price point, 20 people, that's 1K. If you choose the $25 price point, 40 people, that's 1K. Now, let me blow your mind. Blow your mind. Blow your mind. If you are a coach, consultant, or service professional like myself, if you've got one offer, that's 1K. And you get one person this weekend to buy, baby, you made your 1K. Now, think about it. I'm a web designer, right? So I have web packages that are $1,000. I have web packages that are $3,000, 5,000, 10,000, depending upon what people need. Let's say, for example, I decide that this weekend I'm going to do a discount. Say, hey, I'm going to give you my $1,500 package for $1,000. Hey, $500 off. A lot of people jump on that. I just need one, right? Or I can say, hey, I've got my package that's $3,000. I'm going to give you my $3,000 small business web package for $1,000. You get $2,000 off today, and I'm taking 2 clients, no more. Bam. I make 2,000, not just one, but 2, right? So you can think about that. And for some of you, because I remember talking to, I did a live one day. I was talking to the community and I said, hey, who wants to make $1,000 today? And a lot of people said, yeah, I want to make $1,000. And when I said, okay, for those of you who say, yeah, I want to make $1,000, who has $1,000 product or even a $10,000 product? And a lot of people didn't have it. One of the things I learned as an entrepreneur who started, and I started from the bottom, now we're here. Pricing my stuff at very, very low price points. You know, it takes a lot of sales to make a lot of money when you're at a low price point, right? Until eventually it clicked that if I wanted to make more quickly, I had to increase the amount that I was charging for my offers. It's just that simple, right? Some of you don't have anything that's $100 or 500 or 1,000 or $10,000, but you waiting for those opportunities to come. People can't buy at a price point that doesn't exist in your business. People cannot buy a price point that does not exist in your business. You want somebody to give you $1,000 a day, but you don't have $1,000 product. Doesn't work that way, right? Energetically, we create what we want. We create the space for what we want. And so the 1K weekend challenge, really simple. I want you to think about what kind of offers you have. Ideally, you could focus on $100 offer, getting 10 people in, or even leveling it up and promoting $1,000 offer, whether you create $1,000 offer or you take one of your higher price point offers and you drop it down, you give them a discount. 500, 300, maybe you got some for 1,200, you give them a $200 discount, right? People like discounts. Can you get at least that one sale to make that 1K this weekend, right? We're going to continue the 1K weekend challenge all weekend, and I'm going to drop a few more nuggets of goodness on you. But if you're excited about this, definitely feel free to let me know what kind of offer you're going to share, what's the price point, even what's the link. You could drop it in here, especially if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube. After the fact, if you're watching the replays, you can drop, okay, LaShonda, I decided to sell ... Today, we're just thinking about the offer and putting it out there, okay? So that you can intentionally, for 3 days, focus on selling that offer. And again, if you hit that 1K, great. If you get very close to it, great. Even if you just break a couple of sales, the idea is intention. The more you work on selling, the better of a seller you become. Sometimes people, and I know this as a web designer, people build the website and then you go, if we build it, they will come. Nah, boo. It's not just going to work for you just because you built it. You got to do the work of getting people to it and making sure that it converts the way you need it to. Okay. Because conversion marketing is the thing that matters most. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about just 1 or 2 more things when it comes to your offer, and then we're going to move forward. Okay. One thing that I want you to do is not only thinking about the price point and what it is that you're going to sell, but I challenge you to put it out today, right? Find a way. Some of you already have previous customers, so maybe you can go back to them. Especially if you have customers that you can, I always say, create personal messages to, right? If you can send it to a group on an email list, great. But even better, if you could send it into a unique list of people and say, hey, I would love it if you would take a look at ... I think this would be a good fit for you based on where we left off. So personalized messages go a long way when it comes to conversions. Okay. I could, for example, take my $9.95 package for web design. I can say, all right, I'm going to do this for two people. I'm going to give you that $9.95 package for 500, right? I just need two people to convert to hit 1,000. So price points definitely does matter, number one. Being intentional and putting more offers out there more often, number two. And number three, do you have a community? Right, that you can tap into, whether it be ideally on an email list, but as an extension of that in social media, where you can say, hey, this is what I've got going on this weekend. Raise your hand. Who's interested? Okay. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say for today. We're kicking off the 1K weekend challenge. I'm going to share some more good with you over the next few days as part of this Finish Strong week. Because basically, as we're starting the first couple of days of the final quarter, I want to make sure that you are motivated and moving forward with intention. So don't forget to check out Finish Strong over at sizzlesense.com/strong. So you can learn more about the Finish Strong Mastermind classes that you can watch right now because they're all available online. You can learn about the Finish Strong Challenge. And even if you go there sooner rather than later, in addition to that 90-day challenge, grab an early access to the Back to Business virtual conference so you can get the live and the replays too, because baby, I've got so much good to share with you, and you don't want to miss out. Opportunities expire, right? So you always got to remember you don't want to miss out because those opportunities do expire. So, all right, y'all, that's it for today. Feel free to email sizzlesense@gmail.com if you have any questions. And I'm going to be right back here tomorrow to share more goodness when it comes to the 1K challenge and our continued conversation around prepping your final quarter as part of Finish Strong Week. Hopefully you've enjoyed this session and you are loving my Queenology. Look at these. Woo! I got these Queenology earrings. I love them to pieces. Okay, I'm going to just take one off. I found Sister Girl on Instagram, Queenology Accessories. And it's like a multi-textured hoop. It's got like pleather. I want to say leather, but I don't think this is leather. It's got pleather, it's got fabric, it's got this wire coil. It's so multi-textured, so colorful. I mean, it just blends perfectly in with my background. I absolutely love it. Hey, Linda, welcome. So, of course, I got to shout out Queenology Accessories on Instagram. There's a lot you can do to generate revenue across social media platforms. You never know who's watching, right? And so I want to make sure that you guys are making the most of your social media content. You're working on content that converts. I don't know why I can't find the thing to close this thing. It's like, I know it's there somewhere. You're working on content that converts, and you're working on setting and working towards very specific revenue goals with intention. All right. So we're going to work on that 1K weekend, y'all. Yes. And we're going to continue the Finish Strong conversation. Till tomorrow, take care.